Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Varyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुकारस्वन्धकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकृभ्यो नमः प्रज्ञानां शुप्रतानैः स्थिरजरनिकरव्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्तविष्टान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ्मायया भोजयन्नः मायासङ्ख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि विश्वस्य अत्वविवक्षायाम् आदिसामान्यमुत्कटं मात्रा सम्प्रतिपत्तौ स्यात् आप्तिसामान्यमेव च तैजसस्य उत्वविज्ञान उत्कर्षो दृश्यते स्फुटं मात्रा सम्प्रतिपत्तौ स्यादुभयत्वं तथाविधं मकारभावे प्राज्ञस्य मानसामान्यमुत्कटं मात्रा सम्प्रतिपत्तौ तु लयसामान्यमेव च त्रिषु धामसि यत्तुल्यं सामान्यं वेत्ति निश्चितः स पूज्यः सर्वभूतानां वन्द्यश्चैव महामुनिः अकारो नयते विश्वम् उकारश्चापि तैजसं मकारश्च पुनः प्राज्ञं नामात्रे विद्यते गतिः अमात्रश्चतुर्थो अव्यवहार्यः प्रपञ्चोपशमः शिवः अद्वैतः एवमोङ्कारः आत्मैव संविशति आत्मनात्मानं य एवं वेद ओङ्कारं पादशो विद्यात् पादामात्रा न संशयः ओङ्कारं पादशो ज्ञात्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत् The akara ukara makara samanya with Vishwa Taijasa Prajna is being expounded. The Shruti gave the reasons as to how akara can be looked at as the Virat or Vaishwanara, along with the Jagrada Avastha and the Sthana also. Jagarita Sthana, not Avastha, Jagarita Sthana, the Vishwa, all these, how it is equivalent to the Akara. Similarly, for Ukara and Makara also were shown. Vishwasya Atva Vivakshayam. This is the Karika, which kind of gave the same thing in the form of verse. Vishwasya Atva Vivakshayam Adi Samanyam Utkatam It is very evidently seen that the Vishwa is similar to Akara Matra because of Adi Samanyatvam. Uktanyayena is what Bhashyakar also says here, because it was already explained as part of the Shruti. So we will also not repeat it. I'm just recapping so that we can step into the conclusion. Essentially, the Upanishad is concluding now, and then we will have the other 3 chapters that Karika further expounds this. So this is almost at the conclusion of the Upanishad itself. The Agama Prakarana is coming to an end. Some few more verses are there, but so it is Matra Sampratipattau Syat Apti Samanyam Evacha. Okay, so the Matra Sampratipatti, Bhashyakara said, Atva Vivakshayam iti asya Vyakhyanam Matra Sampratipatau. So this Pratipatti of the Matra, which is the Akara Matra, Akara Matratvam Vishwasya Yada Sampratipadyate Ityartha. Apti Samanyam also. So Atvena, there is a Vyapti of all the sounds. Similarly, the Vishwa is the Pratama, right? It pervades everything else. Okay, so the what is seen in the Vishwa in Vakan is what drives what is seen in Swapna, and it is in the seed form in the Shushupti Avastha also. Therefore, there is a Apti Samanyatvam is there, therefore Akara. Similarly, Taijasasya Uttva Vijnane Utkarshaha Drishyate Sputam Matra Sampratipattau Syad Ubhayatvam Tatha Vidam. Similarly, he is saying Taijasa and Ukara both have the Utkarshatvam, comes after. Okay, comes after. So similarly, this Taijasa comes after the Vakan. So there is a Samanya between them. Okay, so we have seen this, so I am moving little fast. Makara Bhave Prajnasya Manasamanyam Utkatam Matra Sampratipattau tu Laya Samanyam Evacha. There is a Laya in the Makara for all the sounds. Similarly, here also in Sushupti, there is Laya of Jagrat and Swapna. Therefore, again, there is a Samanyatvam. So this also we saw, right? And then he gave Palastuti. The Karikakara gave the Pala for this. Trishu Dhamasu Yastulyam Samanyam Vetti Nischitaha Saha Pujyaha Sarvabhutanam Vandyas-chaiva Mahamunihi. Mahamunihi is Brahmavit, is what Bhashyakara. Brahmavit Loke Bhavati, because he is a Brahmavit. Who is the Brahmavit here? Trishu Dhamasu Yaha Tulyam Samanyam Vetti Nischitaha. The one who understands the 3 Dhama, 3 Sthanas to be same as the 3 Matras of Omkara. The one who recognizes this is Pujyaha Sarvabhutanam. He is the Brahmavit as well. Okay, so till there we saw, and we had just started on this verse during the last session, right? Akaro nayate vishwam mukaraschapi taijasam makarascha punah prajnam namatre vidyate gatihi. Akaraha vishwam nayate. So this is how it is, right? When you are doing this alambanam, this is a upasana. It is a upasana. Upasana means contemplation. So when you are contemplating on how this Omkara brings in the samashti, that is the contemplation. So Omkara is a sabda pratika. Om, when you say, it is a sound symbol. So now this Om, we have seen how Om encompasses everything that is there in the world. right? It encapsulates, not encompasses, it encapsulates all that is known and unknown, which are describable through words. Abhidhanas can bring whatever is the abhideya. So we have seen when we say vrikshaha, that is an abhidhana, and whatever is associated with the word vrikshaha is abhideya. Similarly, phalam, when we say whatever Kashmira phalam, we say. So it is linked to a substance which in English we call as apple. Now that object comes with the word. So this abhidhana brings an abhideya. So everything that is there, what is known, unknown, which is there, was there, will be there, is describable or can be describable by some word. So abhidhana some way links to the abhideya, which can be a padartha, which is a padartha, which can be an emotion, which can be a tangible object, which can be a concept, whatever it is. Now that samuha, entire samuha of abhidhanas can be described through the sounds which are a, u, ma. We have seen that. Now when I say om, om, that sound in my mind, it is there, or it is a vachikam. In fact, Bhashyakara is going to say all abhidhanas are vak prapancha. Abhideyas are manasa. Okay, what is seen through the mind is abhideya. What is said by words is abhidhanas. And both of them are rooted in amatra atma, is what is going to say now. Coming to this place, now when somebody is doing a contemplation, okay, in Prakrita, when there is a contemplation going on, how are you going to contemplate? What is told by Shastra here as the contemplation? So for the Abhidhana, which is Om, 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 this sound is there. Now towards this, during this Omkara chanting, your Akara is the Vishwa, Ukara is Taijasa, Makara is Prajna. Like that, it brings it in. When you are contemplating, you contemplate that the Vishwa Taijasa Prajna or Jagarita Swapna Sushupti Sthanas. Just one after the other, it keeps coming and getting resolving one into the other. Okay, so the Vishwa resolves into Taijasa, the Taijasa resolves into Prajna. Again, from Prajna comes out the Vishwa, Vishwa to Taijasa, then Prajna. Om, Om. You keep saying it, you just contemplate it that way. So that is what here is saying. Yatoktehi samanyehi atmapadanam matrabihi. So the atmapada matras in the form of Itambute Tritiya, Matrabihi Saha Tritiya, Matrabihi Saha Ekatvam Kritva, Yatoktehi Samanyehi Atmabadanam Matrabihi Saha Ekatvam Kritva Yatoktav Pratipadyate Yahadhyayi. So the person who is contemplating or meditating upon this Omkara, and this Omkara Matra Saha Atmapadanam Ekatvam Kritva. So the Atmapadas are Jagrat Swapna Sushupti. And of course, you have the Turiya. For now, the Turiya we will come. Okay. It is right now only talking about the three padas, not all four. So here, Yatoktehi Samanyehi Atmapadanam. The fourth one is Navidyate Gatihi. Okay. Na Amatre Vidyate Gatihi is the fourth pada that we will come to. The first three is the Samanya comparison, right? Samanyehi Atmapadanam Matrabihi Saha Ekatvam Kritva. You are contemplating the oneness of Akara with the Vekan, Ukara with the dream, and Makara with the Karana, which is your Sushupti, right? And again, like we said, it is samashti only we have to see, not vyakti. When we say Vekan, it is the sthanam, Jagarita sthanam, Vaishwanara, the entire Virat. Okay, the samashti is what is to be brought as oneness with Takara. Similarly, samashti Hiranyagarbha, ekatvam with Ukara, and samashti Ishvara, ekatvam with the Karana Sharira, which is your Makara Sama, right? So the yatoktehi samanyehi atmavadanam matrabhissaha ekatvam gritva yatokta omkaram pratipadyate yahadhyayi tam akaraha nayate vishwam prapayati. For that person, when that dhyana, when person is contemplating, for that person akara has to bring. When he says vishwam prapayati means during his contemplation, when the akara is said, the mind immediately catches the entire Virat. Okay, so when you are contemplating, close your eyes and contemplate and keep saying Om, Om, Om. Your mind brings the entire Virat, resolves it into the Swapna, which is your Hiranyagarbha, resolves it into the Karana, which is Sushupti or Ishvara, again brings out the Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, Om, 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 like that you contemplate. Vishwam Prapayati. Akaralambanam Omkaram Vidwan Vaishwanaraha Bhavati Ityartha. Akara Alambanam, superimposition. So you are superimposing in the akara of Omkaram. That's why Akaralambanam Omkaram Vidwane Vaishwanaraha Bhavati. Okay, the one who recognizes the Vaishwanara on the akara of the Omkara. That is Alamana. Alamana means hanging. You hang something on something is Alam. That's a proper. See, Alambanam has many meanings. Here it is like superimposing. That's what it means. Akara Alambanam Omkaram Vidwan Vaishwanaro Bhavati Ityartha. Tata Ukaraha Taijasam. This Taijasasthanam or your Swapnasthanam, which is Hiranyagarbha Taijasa, you are superimposing on Ukara. The dreamer, the person who doesn't have the Stula Bhoktrutvam, only Sukshma Bhoga, the world of Sukshma Bhoga. Even the imagination, fantasizing, all these are Sukshma Bhoga only. And dream. Okay, so all that, the Sukshma Bhoga is your Taijasa, which is Ekatvam with Ukaraha. Similarly, Makaraschapi Punaha Prajnam Cha Shabdat Nayate iti Anuvartate. The and Makarascha. So this and is because it brings Anuvritti of Nayate. Akaraha Nayate. So Nayate is said only once. Vishwam Nayate Akaraha. Then what about Taijasam? Ukaraha Cha means Nayate. Again, Makarascha Punaha Prajna means Makaraha Prajnam Nayate. So all that, that's why Bhashyakara says Cha means Nayate iti Anuvartate. Kshine tu Makare Bijabhava Kshayat Amatre Omkare Gatihi na Vidyate Kvachid Ityartaha. Makare Kshine. Okay. Bijabhava Kshayat. This Makara is what? Makara is the unity of Makara is with the Bija Bhava or Prajna. Okay, the seed form, the unmanifest is what is in the deep sleep. Because we already have seen there is no difference between deep sleep and Turiya if there was no Bija Bhava. It is a Bija which separates. The Ajnana, Avidya seed is there. Kshinetu Makare Bija Bhava Kshayat Amatre Omkare Gatihi na Vidyate. So what is this Amatra? Is Omkara only. Bhashyakara says clearly Amatre Omkare. So Amatra is not silence. A lot of people are translating it as silence. Omkara is not silence. Omkara is all together. Okay, that is Omkara. But there is no matra in it, is what is the thing. The amatra Omkara. All. So, what is Brahman? Brahman is Jagrat. Brahman. So, Jagrat is Brahman. Sorry, you can't say Brahman is Jagrat. Jagrat is Brahman. Swapna is Brahman. Sushuptasthana is Brahman. But Brahman is not any one of it. All of them are Brahman. But Brahman stays apart from it. So it is both all of them as well as without matra. That is why it is Omkara. The entire Omkara is Brahman. So it is not silence, it is all of it. That is why Ananta Matra is what Karika Kara is going to say later. So it is infinite, all of them. That is why Omkara is a matra. Omkara, which is Akara, Ukara, Makara, all put together. But at the same time, there is no matra for it. Even though Omkara is said with 3 matras, but an amatra Omkara, which is unhindered, unconstrained, okay, without any inhibiting factor, all of it together is what is amatra Omkara. Okay, that is Turiya. So you can't say Turiya is, so Turiya is not Vishwa, Turiya is not Taijasa or Prajna, but Prajna, Vishwa, Taijasa, all of them are Turiya only. And Turiya is not a separate pada. That's for 4 padas, it says it is 4th in the order of presentation. But at the same time, it is the previous 3 also. So Omkara, Akara is part of Omkara. Ukara is part of Omkara. Makara is part of Omkara. But Omkara is not any one of it, because each one of them has a matra. So the Atva limitation, inhibiting factor of Atva in the Omkara, when it is not, that limiting factor is not there, what is left is Omkara. So that is what is that? That is Atma, that Bhashyakara is going to say now. Okay. So here we'll come to that. So Amatre Om. So what I was trying to say here is, it is not silence. It can't be translated as silence. Amatra is not silence. Okay. It is sound. If you say silence, that means Shunya is Brahman in the Ashtantika, correct? Then only you can say it is silence. When you say silence is Amatra, so it is not Akara or Ukara or Makara, but it is silence. But silence is opposed to Akara. So you have to understand that. It is opposite of Akara. It is opposite of Ukara. It is opposite of Makara, correct? Because these are sounds. Silence is non-sound, absence of sound, correct? That is what is silence. Now, if you have to put the equivalent of it, the absence of Vishwa, absence of Taijasa, and absence of Prajna has to be Turiya. That means it is Shunya only. It is not absence. It is, absence is total absence. In fact, it has to be all of it. Then only it is equivalent to Brahman. Therefore, Amatre Omkare Gatihi. So Bhashyakara says Amatre, if you see, he gives Vyakhyana, it is Omkare. Amatre na vidyate gatihi means Omkare is what? Gatihi na vidyate kvachidityartaha. So any of these, so let's look at the Tika for that portion. Okay, Stula Prapanchaha, towards the end, you see here, Stula Prapanchaha Jagaritam Vishwascha iti etat Tritayam, Stula Prapanchaha Jagaritam Vishwaha, all 3. Okay, that is Ityetate Tritayam Akaramatram. Okay, so all the 3, Stula Prapancha, Jagarita Sthana, Vishwa. Okay, all the 3 are Akara. Similarly, Sukshma Prapancha, Swapna Sthana, Taijasa, Chaiti, Iti Etatrayam, Tritayam, Ukaramatram. Prapancha Dvaya Karanam, that is the Karana Avyakta, Sushuptam, Prajnaha Chayetat Tritayam, Makara Matram. So all 3 are Sama. Tatrapi Purva Purvam Uttarottara Bhavam Apadyate. The previous ones in each of them. So Stula resolves into Swapna, Swapna resolves into Karana. Similarly, Jagrita resolves into Taijasa, Taijasa resolves into Sushupta, and Vishwa resolves into sorry. So Jagrita resolves into Swapna, Swapna resolves into Sushupta. Similarly, Vishwa resolves into Taijasa, Taijasa resolves into Prajna iti. Purva Purvam Uttarottara Bhavam Apadyate. Akara resolves into Ukara, Ukara resolves into Makara. Tadetam Sarvam Omkara Matram iti dhyatva Stitasya Yad etavantam kalam Om iti rupena pratipannam Tat Parishuddham Brahma eva iti Acharyopadesha Samutya Samyajnanena Purvokta Sarva Vibhaga Nimitta Ajnanasya Makaratmena Grihitasya Kshaye Brahmani eva Suddhe Paryavisitasya Na Kvachite Gatihi Upapadyate Paricheda Bhavati Tyartaha. So he summarizes beautifully. That's why I wanted to read this. Etam sarvam omkara matram iti dhyatva. All these, whatever is that, whether it is Stula Prapancha, Jagarita Sthana, or Vishwa, or Sukshma Prapancha, or Swapna, or Taijasa. Similarly, Karana, or Sushuptam, or Prajna, Sarvam, Omkara Matram. All this is Omkara only. Omkara is not any of them, but all these are Omkara. Iti dhyatva Stitasya, the one who is contemplating this way, Yad etavantam kalam Om iti rupena pratipannam, whatever that was known so far as Om, tat parishuddham brahmaiva, that Om is Brahman only, iti acharyopadesha samutta samyajnanena, the jnana which is born out of the Upadesha, Shruti Vakya, that you hear from an Acharya who is Sampradaya with Purvokta Sarva Vibhaga Nimitta Ajnanasya, the what was causing this differentiation, all of them are separate kind of bhava, that is the Ajnana. Makaratvena Grihitasya, that Ajnana is in the form of Makara, which is Karana Sharira. Kshaye, when that is gone, by what? Through the Acharya Upadesha, everything is Omkara is recognized. Brahmani eva Shuddhe Brahmani eva Paryavasitasya, the one who is rooted, one resolves into the Shuddha Brahman, na kvachiti gatihi upapadyate paricheva bhavat. So there is no paricheda. So there is no going or coming or whatever, right? There is nothing to be done or gained. Iti bhavaha is how he summarizes. Okay, so that is the contemplation. Now comes to amatra. What is this amatra? Amatraha chaturtaha avyavaharya. The fourth pada is now only revealed. Chaturtaha avyavaharya prapanchopashamaha shivaha advaitaha evam omkaraha atmaiva samvishati atmanatmanam yayevam veda. With this, the Upanishad concludes. Yayevam veda. The one who knows like this, samvishati atmana atmanam, resolves, enters the Atma Paramatma Swarupam as oneself. Omkaraha Atmaiva. Amatraha Chaturtaha. What is this Amatra? The fourth pada, like fourth matra here. Fourth pada is Turiya. Here it is fourth matra. Avyavaharyaha. There is no Vyavahara there. There is no differentiation. Prapanchopashamaha, Shivaha, where the Upashama of resolution of calming of Prapancha has taken place, or has taken place also is a term in time where there is no prapancha. That's all. The upashama of prapancha is there, is what how we should say, because it is always there. Shivaha, Mangalaha, okay, Advaitaha, Evam Omkaraha. So Omkara, which is Advaita, which is Atma Eva, is Amatraha. So we need to, this is where it is missed by a lot of people. They think it is silence. Why? Because all four of them they are looking for in the sound world. Okay. So when you are looking at the sound world or sound context, Akara is one sound, Ukara is another sound, Makara is another sound. So fourth pada also has to be in the context of sound. But it says Amatra. So I can't fix any sound. So I am saying it is silent or silence. That is how people, many of them, I have seen many translations and even some of the Ramakrishna Mission Swami is talking as though it is the silence. Okay. But here, the Chaturtha has to be brought out of the realm of sound, just like this wake and dream and deep sleep. The Turiya is not within the realm of experience. Okay. It is not with, so that's where here it is the same Atma, which is the fourth in both the cases. In the Pada also, the fourth one is Atma. In the Matra also, the fourth one is Atma. Now, how am I saying this? Okay. What is the Pramana? Right? On what basis am I saying it is not silence? Because Bhashyakara is now going to say, you can clearly see Abhidana Avideya Rupayoho Vangmanasayoho Kshinatvat. Okay, so Atma Eva Kevalaha Turiyaha Chaturtaha Omkaraha. In both the cases, it is Atma. Let's look at the Bhashya. Amatraha Matra Yasya Nasanti Saha Amatraha. Where there is no inhibiting factor, there is no qualifying time, it is not qualified. That is Amatra. Or uninhibited. Uninhibited is what? Omkaraha. That is Omkara. So, but then Omkara is also sound. So Bhashyakara, Chaturtaha. It is a fourth. What is the fourth? Turiyaha. See, Turiya is not here in the Shrutivakya. Bhashyakara brings, because Atmaiva pada is there. So Atmaiva, once it is said, it is Turiya only. Therefore, Chaturtaha, Bhashyakara says, Turiyaha Atmaiva Kevalaha. Kevalaha means Advitiya Brahma Matraha. Okay. Brahma Matrameva Kevalaha, Atmaiva Kevalaha. So now see this. Abhidana Abhideya Rupayoho Vang Manasayoho Kshinatvat Avyavaharyaha. See, the Abhidana Paksha is what? Is all this four matras. Abhidana, all Abhidanas are encapsulated in the four matra or three matras Avuma. We already saw that. Now, Abhideya Gana is all the things which are perceived in the Jagat. So, all that which is within the Vishwataijasa Prajna. So Abhideya is Vishwataijasa Prajna. Abhidana is Sakara, Okara, Makara. Therefore, Bhashyakara says Abhidana Abhideya Rupayoho Vang Manasayoho. So this Vak Alambanam is Abhidana. Okay, or I wouldn't say that way. Alambanam is Vak Alambanam is actually Abhideya Padartha. Abhidana is Vak Samuha. Abhideya is Manasa Samuha. So Manasayoho. Whatever manas is whatever is your worldly experience is all within the manas. Manas means indriyas included. The manas indriya, manas and all the indriya together is what is giving you the whole worldly experience, whether it is in the form of waken or dream, and the karana for it also, right? So the abhidana abhideya rupa yoho vang manasayoho. So the abhidana paksha is here, abhideya paksha is here. Both of them kshinatvat avyavaharyaha. So you can see the fourth pada is the same. The fourth pada or fourth matra, both are atma only. So there is a same, it is oneness, not even same. Here it is one atma. In the it is, you can imagine like this, right? There is one atma on which here there are three, a, u, ma, which is standing on the atma. And Vishwa Taijasa Prajna is also standing on the same atma. So A is Vishwa, U is Taijasa, Ma is Prajna. Both the branches are standing supported by the same atma. Because all the sounds, whether it is akara or everything, or makara, or everything in between akara and makara, which is represented by ukara, or on what? Or on atma only. It is the atma which is supporting your abhidanas. It is the atma which is supporting the abhideyas also. So you can say abhidana and abhideya match, whatever. But both abhidana and abhideya are resting on the atma, which is amatra, which is turiya. Both are atmaiva. So there it is one. Akara, so vachalambanam vikara namadayam also in the karya jagate, they are one. Okay, and sarvakaranam, that is the same Brahman. Therefore, so amatraha matra yasya nasanti saha amatraha omkaraha. That is omkara. Omkara is Brahman. Chaturtaha turiyaha atmaiva kevalaha abhidana abhideya rupayoho vangmanasayoho kshinatvat avyavaharyaha. Amatraha avyavaharyaha. So you can't say what is amatra. So now the problem is, now tell me, if it is not silence, then tell me what is that. It is avyavaharyaha, because it is atma. It is not available. That is why people again say silence, because they are not able to recognize what is that amatra. These three sounds I know, akara I know, ukara I know, makara I know, and all the sounds anyway you are saying is within ukara, whether it is o or au or ak or ich or whatever it is, everything comes within the ukara only. Now the rest is akara and makara. Now there is nothing, no other sound. Then what is this amatra? They keep wondering about it within the world of realm of sound. So it is none of the sound, so means silence is what they have concluded. Okay, it is not that, because it is avyavaharyaha. Silence is also vyavaharyam. You know that it is silence. What is lighting up all the sounds and the silence is atma, which is amatra. Shunya also, shunya is known, is recognized. Abhava is recognized. Atyanta abhava is recognized. There is something which is recognizing it, right? There is an existence for it. Okay, so shunya has to rest in atma. So without atma, how can you recognize shunya? So similarly here, silence also has to be recognized by atma. So silence is vyavaharya only. Only atma is avyavaharya. And that atma is amatra. And it is, again, om is that only. Taturtaha. Or omkara samatra is Brahman. You can take it that way also. Okay, or atma. Prapanchopashamaha Shivaha Advaitaha. Again, Tikakara gives a good explanation for the Shivaha. Prapanchopashamaha and all that. Okay. The reason, see this Acharya in Bhashya, he doesn't explain Shivaha here, right? Prapanchopashamaha Shivaha Advaitaha, Samvrittaha. Like that, he continues, assuming that you will understand what it is. The moment we say word like Shivaha and all, then immediately our mind also, generally, because we are used to the word Shiva as a Pauranika Devata. So immediately mind goes to all that, right? But Bhashyakara, very interestingly, when he does Bhashya for Smriti Grantha like Bhagavad Gita, right? There he uses terms like Vaishnavaha, Vishnoho Mama, all that, right? Whatever Krishna says, he uses as a Pauranika form of Vishnu, like that he uses, even though Vyapnoti iti Vishnu he says, but the words he uses is like Vishnoho Mama, right? And also Vaishnavaha, Bhaktaha, like that he uses. Whereas when it comes to Shruti Vakya, where the Vichara is more on Atma Vastu and all that, even if terms like Shivaha, etc. comes, you will see that there is no additional clarification is even given. So he assumes that we understand Shivaha to stand for Anandarupaha or Shantaha, whatever the Amarakosha gives meaning, right? Bhashyakara assumes we look at it that way because he doesn't give any explanation. So see how Tikakara gives here. For Prapanchopashama, he gives Abhidanam Vak. Before that Abhidana Abhidaya also explains. Okay. See this Abhidanam Vak. Abhideyam Manaha. Why Manaha? He gives an explanation. Chittatirikta Artha Bhavasya Abhidasyamanatvat Tayoho Mula Jnana Kshayena Kshinatvat iti Hetvartaha. So mana is where the world experience takes place. Now, chittadirikta artha bhava. So, whatever is seen, you are seeing a duality because of your ignorance. So, there is something which is perceived. I see a sun, I see a moon, I see a wall, I see a tree, I see a branch, I see a table, I see a laptop, I see a cell phone, I see people. I have emotions, all these things, right, are separate from each other is how my experience is. Now, when you analyze these things, you find that there is no difference between any of them. All of them have their satta within the same chinmatra satsvarupa. There is nothing else. Everything else is vachalambanam, vikaro namadheyam. The only name only you are see. There is a perception of something tree, but when you analyze it, when you see through Shastra Drishti, there is no tree as such. The satta is all Atma only. Everything else just evaporates. Okay. So Tikakara says chittadirikta artha bhavaha abhavasya. So other than it being a chitta, it is there is some sound and associated thing that you are seemingly seeing. There is no other content there. There is nothing else other than Atma. There is nothing. Abhavasya abhidasyamanatvat. Okay. Tayoho mula jnana kshayena kshinatvat. So it is abhidasyamanam. It is there is an abhideyatvam which is there, correct? There's something which is seen, though there is actually not there, like a pot being seen on clay. So mula ajnana kshayena. This mula ajnana and all, again, some people contest it. So Tikakaras use this word, though Bhashyakara ajnana is used, but this mula and all is not added. Okay. So basically it's avidya only. Mula ajnana kshayena kshinatvat. So once the avidya goes away, this duality, dvitiyatvam, goes away. Therefore, what is he explaining? Abhidana abhideya rupayoho vangmanasyoho kshinatvat avyavaharya. Therefore, it is avyavaharya. Okay. Avyavaharyascha idam atma. Avyavaharyascha atma nasti eva iti ashankya. But Kshinatvat, okay, so avyavaharya means what? There is no vyavahara which is possible. So there is nothing like your amatra. Okay, amatra means it is not akara, not anything in between akara and makara, which is like ukara, and not makara means it is silence. Okay, like that nasti eva iti ashankya. vikarajata vinasha avaditvena atmanaha avaseshat. So Atma is left behind. So on Atma, all the whatever is superimposed goes. But Atma is there everywhere. Sangataha, Sanpataha, Sanhasti iti satta matram is non-dismissible. Even when you say there is Shunya, Shunyaha asti, you have to say the Astitvam, because Astitvam is not there in the thing you are seeing. It is you. It comes from you. You are the source of Satta. Your Astitvam is the Astitvam which is there everywhere. So therefore, to even say that Shunya is there, your Satta is essential. So the Satta is not dismissed at all. So avaseshena, avaseshat. So the Atma is, that is prapanchopashamaha. Where all prapancha is resolved, that swarupa is upashama swarupa, atma swarupa. So this prapanchopashamaha eva atma. Atma is prapanchopashamaha. Okay, it is a visheshana for atma. Therefore prapancha iti. That's how Tikakara explains it. Tasya cha sarvanartha abhava upalakshitasya paramanandatvena paryavasanam suchayati shivaha iti. So the shivaha stands for paramananda. This is how Tikakara gives. Sasya cha sarva anartha abhava upalakshitasya paramanandatvena. So the upalakshana, sarvanartha abhava upalakshana is there on the paramananda, which is the term Shiva. Okay, Shiva means Mangalam, Paramanandam. So Bhashyakara doesn't expand, but Tikakara gives that explanation, because so means what? Bhashyakara also is using the word, the pada Shiva for Paramananda or Anartha. Sarva anartha abhava upalakshitam. All anarthas are gone from what? This is Brahma Swarupa only. Sarva anartha is gone from where? It's gone from the Parabrahma Paramartha Vastu. Swarupa does not have any anartha in it. Anartha is Dvaita Prapancha. Not like it is gone. It is not there. Okay. Therefore, Prapanchopashama. The Prapancha is resolved in this Swarupa, which is Brahma Swarupa, which is also given the name Shivaha, Advaitaha. Tasya eva Sarvadvaita Kalpanadishthanatvena. Tika I am reading. Okay. Tasya eva Sarvadvaita Kalpana Adishtanatvena Avasthanam Abhipretya aha Advaitaha iti. Advaitaha Omkaraha Turiyaha Sanne Atma eva iti yaduktam tat upasamharati evam. Shivaha Advaitaha Samvrittaha evam yatokta vijnanavata prayuktaha Omkaraha Trimatra Stripada Atma eva. Okay, it is not Chatushpad. It is Tripada Atma. Because the fourth Pada and fourth Matra is the same Advitiya Brahma, which is Prapanchopashama Shivaha, and that is Advaitaha. Yatokta Vijnanavata, for the one who has gained this Jnanam, for that person the Omkara is Tripada Trimatra Atma eva. So Samvishati Atmana Svena eva Swayam Paramartika Atmanam. Samvishati. He enters, he becomes one with the Paramartika Atma. Ye evam Veda Paramartha Darshanat Brahmavit Tritiyam Bijabhavam Dadva Atmanam Pravishtaha iti na punarjayate Turiyasya Abijatvat. So the person who gains this Paramartha Darshanam, the Paramartha Darshanam is Sarvam Brahmaiva, which is the fourth Pada, or which is all the three. All the three is the fourth. That is the Atma eva. All the three matras is Atma eva. Omkara is Atma eva. Once then Atmana Sarvam Samvishati. Paramartha Atmana. There is nothing else. One enters Atma means what? Every non-Atma is dismissed. That's all. That is the entering. One enters Atma by Atma. Jivatma enters Paratma means what? Whatever is Anatma things, which is in the form of what is experienced as Vishwa, what is experienced as Taijasa, what is recognized as Prajna, all that the Dvaita Bhava resolves, Upashama has happened. That means the Jivatvam itself also goes away with it. Along with the Ajnana, it is Nashtam Bhavati. The Ajnana is what was keeping you as the Jiva who is experiencing this world. I am separate from everything. All these are different things. There is a Nanatva Jagat which is available to me in as a Stula Prapancha, as a Sukshma Prapancha, as a Karana Prapancha. All that is negated because there is no such thing. It is all, so once that is negated through Tattvamasi Ityadi Mahavakyena, then Yayevam Veda Paramartha Darshanat Tritiyam Bijabhavam Dagdva. The Bijabhava, which is in the form of Prajna, which is the third pada, that Bijabhavam, which is Avidya, that Ajnanam Dagdva, burning that Bijabhavam, means the ignorance is burnt. That I am different from this wall, I am this body, I am the experiencer, I am the enjoyer. All these incidental states, Dagdva, burning all that, Atmanam Pravishtaha iti na punarjayate. Once the body falls, he is not born. That is one way of looking at it. But even that is not said here. Bhashyakara doesn't say after death and all that. So he is not Atmanam Pravishtaha iti na punarjayate. Turiyasya abhijatvat. So at this moment itself, once with all the world remaining, you seeing this world, you having this dream, at this time itself, Atmanam Pravishtaha. You have entered, you have recognized Atma as Paratma. Na punarjayate. Again, the person is not born into the thinking that I am the Jiva. That thought, that recognizing that oneself to be the Jiva wrongly. Okay. That again doesn't happen. Na punarjayate. Why turiyasya abhijatvat? The actual Swarupa has no bija. That bija also is gone along with avidya. The avidya is bija. That bijatvam, once avidya is gone, bijatvam also is gone. So there, in fact, when jnana has taken place, you see that hey, there was now bija or whatever. I was always this Swarupa. Okay, abhijatvat. But as a teaching, we have to talk about bija and all that because that is where you start. Nahi Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke Rajwam Pravishtaha Sarpaha Buddhi Samskarat Punaha Purvavat Tad Vivekinam Uttasyati. So Rajju Sarpayoho Vivek, and even that is not like, so there was a world, there was this vacant, there was dream, there was this deep sleep, all that sthana, everything was there, it was all burnt. So after burning all this, I have become Brahman. It is not like that. That means what it was. If you have to say like that, then it means it once existed, so you burnt it. So it was not Advayam Brahma. It was all Dvaita. Then you burnt all that. And now you have become Advaita. It becomes like that, right? So there is no Satkar. There is not, it wasn't a reality. So that's why Bhashyakara here says, Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke. Already the snake you saw was only a superimposed snake. There was never a snake. The Prapancha wasn't there. The Upashama and all that is your ignorance makes the Upashama of Prapancha in Swarupa. That's all. By removal of it. Removal of your ignorance, what makes the Prapancha Upashama? Correct? Similarly, in again a drishtanta is given, Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke Rajvam Pravishtaha Sarpaha. By knowledge, the snake which was superimposed on the rope has gone into the rope, like Samvrittaha, Samvishati Atmana. Like that he used the word, no, Samvishati. So like that here, Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke Rajvam Pravishtaha Sarpaha. The snake which has entered into the rope on which it was superimposed. How? Viveke, by the knowledge that it is only rope. The ignorance of snake is gone, that's all. So when I say Sarpa has entered the rope, means there is no Sarpa which has really entered. It is only the ignorance which was gone. So it is a figurative expression. So Samvishati Atmana Atmana means it's a figurative expression that you entered Pravishtaha Sarpaha Buddhi Samsarat Punaha Purvavate Vivekinam na Utpatti Uttasyati na Uttasyati. Again it won't come. Once it is gone, it is gone. Once you recognize it's a rope, the snake can never come back. Similarly, the Bija Bhava, once it is gone, there is no Punarjanma. That is what is this no Punarjanma. We don't understand this, right? All this way mysticism comes in. Jnani doesn't have Punarjanma. Means where does he go? Does he suddenly vanish? Every other Jivatma once dies, this Atma goes somewhere and comes back and born. This Jnani's Atma, where does it go? Okay. So for us, this Atma comes where Jnani's Atma, there is no Punarjanma. Means you have to go somewhere. No, this Jiva Atma is there. That is how we understand. That means you have to come back. You have to go somewhere. Even if it is Jnani's body, after this body is gone, that Jivatma goes out somewhere. No, where does it go? Kapala Moksha. That crack happens in the skull and this Jivatma goes out. Where does it go? It goes to Vaikunta. Something then you have to explain. Because people don't, then they will say, so they don't understand this. Where is this? How do you say there is no Punarjanma? The Punarjanma is not after death he is talking about here. The Punaruttanam is into the Ajnana Dasha, which is I am Jiva. That Uttanam is not there. At the moment that Jnanam is there, the person has already recognized that I was never there as this Jiva. That's all. Over. That is the Jnanam. No Punaruttanam. Vivekinam Uttasyati. Na Uttasyati. Vivekinam Uttasyati. Nahi. Manda Madhyam tu Pratipanna Sadhaka Bhavanam Sanmargagaminam Sanyasinam Matranam Padanam cha Klipta Samanya Vidam Yatavad Upasyamanam Omkaraha Upasyamanaha Omkaraha Brahma Pratipattaye Alambani Bhavati. So here if you remember, once I was saying only the Tikakara is talking about Adhikari and all that, but actually Bhashyakara does bring the Adhikari Bheda, and he also actually quotes the Karika itself. Statacha Vakshati Asramaha Trividaha Ityadi. In fact, that's why I kept the other tab. Here that quote is Ashramas Trivida Hina Madhyamot Krishta Drishtayaha Upasanopadishteyam Tadartam Anukampaya. The three kinds of Adhikaris are there. That is why Shruti has given the three, the Upasana and all that is how he says. We don't have time. Let me just read the Tika here, the next 1 or 2 minutes we have, where he talks about the three Adhikaris. See, Ashraminaha, Varninascha, Karya Brahmo Upasakaha, Hina Drishtayaha. Okay, so the Hina Drishti are the people who are Karya Brahma Upasakaha, the ones who are doing Upasana of Karya Brahma. They are also Adhikaris. They are Hina Adhikari, Adama Adhikaris, who are doing the Karya Brahma, Saguna Brahma Upasana. Okay. For them, Karana Brahma Upasaka, that is the Karya Brahma Upasaka, Hina Drishtaya, the Adamadikaris. Then the Madhyamadikaris are Karana Brahma Upasakaha. Okay, the Karana Brahma, the Karana in the form of this, that's where this Homkara Upasana and all that is coming. It is the Karana Brahma Upasakaha, Madhyamadrishtaya. The third one he says, Advitiya Brahma Darshana Shilaha tu Uttama Drishtaya. He doesn't say Upasakahas. See that? Darshana Shilaha is what he says. The first one is Karya Brahma Upasakaha. The second one is Karana Brahma Upasakaha. The third one, which is the Uttama Adhikari, it is Advitiya Brahma Darshana Shilaha. There it is not even Adhikari, it is the Jnani. That is the third. Eva Meteshu Darshana Shilaga, he says, oh, it is like Adhikari. Okay. The one who is capable of having the Darshanam. Okay. That is what it means. Eva Meteshu Trivideshu Madhye Mandanam Madhyamanam cha Uttama Drishti Praveshartam Dayaluna Vedena Upasana Upadishtha. For the Hina Adhikari and Madhyama Adhikari, or Manda Adhikari and Madhyama Adhikari, the Upasana is Upadishtha. Tatacha Upasana Anushtana Dwarena Uttamam Ekatva Drishtim Kramena Prapta Uttameshu Yeva Antarbhavishyati Ityartha. Okay. So basically, is to bring other adhikaris also to the Uttama level is what it is being done, is how he explains. So anyway, so coming back, so Bhashyakara concludes, we will see this in the next class in detail. So far, let us wrap it up. No, so far whatever he said, the Rajju Sarpa Viveka Rajjuam Pravishtaha Sarpa Buddhihi Sarpaha Buddhi Samskarat Punaha Purvavate Tad Vivekinam Uttasyati iti, whatever was said is for the Uttama Adhikari. Okay. So means that is in Jnana, in the form of Jnanam, the Samatra has been spoken about. Now Upasana also can be done with the same thing. Is what is suggested to Mandhamadhyam Adhikari, is how Bhashyakara concludes, and for that he quotes the Karika itself. So he brings, so because like I was reluctant to use the term like Adhikari Beda here, even Bhashyakara is reluctantly bringing it towards the end. But then he says, hey, Karikakara himself is talking about Ashramas Trividaha. Therefore, we can take the same Omkara as an Upasana. So it can be taken as an Upasana or also as a revealing thing. The revealing way is how he has 99% of, see now with this it is actually over, right? The Agama Prakarana is pretty much done. Now Bhashyakara till here never brought in Adhikari Bheda and all that. But just towards the end, after covering 99.99%, he is just 0.01%, he is saying, okay, so this Omkara can also be used for Upasana. That's how he concludes. Mandamadhyama diyam tu Pratipanna sadhaka bhavanam sanmargagaminam sannyasinam matranam padanam cha klipta samanya vidam. So once they have clinched, klipta means clinched understanding of the samya, the equivalence between the matra and pada, yatavad upasyamanaha omkaraha brahma pratipattiya alambani bhavati. The same omkara becomes an alambana, and upasana means for gaining the Brahman. It can also be used as an upasana, is how he concludes. Otherwise, it can be used as a revealing thing only to show what is Brahman. Is how it concludes. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.